Rise from your grave.
If your expectations are so low, like I remember when Brock Lesnar had his first fight against Frank Mir.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of those people where I was like, oh my God, what's happening here? Even though I knew that Brock Lesnar had a collegiate wrestling pedigree, but that had been when mixed martial arts, and particularly the Ultimate Fighting Championship, had gone over the hump of just the style versus style. That's when it was starting to move towards, wrestlers not being able to just completely dominate guys. I mean, There were still wrestlers and there were still guys like a John Fitch at that time who were able to take down their opponents and just completely control them, but those are guys who had been competing with mixed martial arts wrestling, which we've seen with fights like Daniel Cormier versus John Jones. MMA wrestling and actual collegiate / Olympic freestyle, folk, and Greco-Roman wrestling are different things, because when you're getting punched and kicked and you can get kneed and you can get taken out in so many ways, you're not going to be able to be as fluid and free as you are in traditional wrestling. So when Brock Lesnar and Frank Mir first fought, I was like, oh my God, he's going to get tapped out in a second. But then what happens? Lesnar ends up taking him down, throwing those angry 5-year-old fucking, just got his Mattel toy stolen, or his Hot Wheels car taken away. And if Steve Mazzagatti did not penalize Brock Lesnar in the way that he did with, the hitting in the back of the head, Brock Lesnar arguably could have won that fight. So I was so blown away. The people I was watching with were like, holy shit, it's crazy. I think by downplaying where CM Punk is in his evolution, which I think is actually the name of the show, Evolution of Punk, that if he does do well, and I'm not even saying winning the fight and beating Mickey Gall, but if he rocks him, or if it's a decision,
dude, if he does anything not embarrassing, if he lands one shot and he takes a step back, people are going to be like, fuck yeah. Dude, the expectations are so low for this dude right now.
As they should be.
He really, all he has to do, if he doesn't die, is going to be like, well, he didn't die.
Real possibility. I mean,
if he gets past the first round, that'll be. If he gets past the first round, I guarantee you he'll get a standing O. I'll give him a standing O.
He's a 36-year-old man in his first professional fight.
37, yeah.
Well, fuck that then. He's finished.
Lewis said he's not getting. I think Lewis said it's not going over the first. My friend Rob F. Martinez, stand-up comic, he said it's not going past 2 minutes.
Really?
So, yeah. And I mean,
I think we're going to see a very similar fight to Randy Couture versus James Toney.
I don't know about that, because James Toney,
which is the one-sided beatdown.
James Toney was eating fucking Chick-fil-A and basically just sitting around.
Well, he thought if he just hit him once, it would be, which was true.
Yes.
If he did hit him once, it would have been over. But that was they were never going to let him hit him once. That was not going to happen. And Randy Couture made sure he didn't get hit once. So that was so James Toney, but yeah, he had one's power. The only power that CM Punk has, well, his heart and his fucking...
The power of being straight edge?
And his IQ.
No, that power is not a power that's going to help him in any way, shape, or form.
No,
especially if he gets his ass kicked.
A fuck ton of drugs.
Exactly. He's going to need a lot of fucking painkillers if the fight goes the way that a lot of people think it will.